Imagine, with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
What's up? This is Lorenzo Alexander, my boy KG, the bigger figure here on Capital Punishment Sports Journey Broadcasting Network, doing it big as usual. Remember, you can follow us on sportsjourney.com, also on our Twitter at Golston64, myself at One Man Gang 97, and also at Sports Journey. So definitely check us out on Twitter and see what we've been doing. Sorry for the missed opportunity last week with the show. Our boy Lake, of course, just like a brother calls in talking about he taking a vacation the day before, but it was all good. It was our birthday weekends last week as well, so it was much needed vacation from the show just to kind of hang out, enjoy our families, enjoy our time off. But why did you call in on us, Lake? We was ready to go, ready for the show.
I had to go to North Carolina. I was actually in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, first time ever. I had a good time. I had to visit my father.
Okay.
I had to spend some time down there. First time I took my daughter to my grandfather's house in 5 years since she's been here.
So, oh wow,
perfect.
Yeah, that's cool right there.
So yeah, it was a good fit. Got a chance to visit E Vapors. Eric.
Okay.
Charlotte came up to visit. But I have to apologize in some sense because when I was driving down, we were on the phone actually.
Right, yeah.
And I had to play dumb for a while. That's why you didn't hear from me. You were talking to Monica for a while.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that was because you had something happen that following day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think I talked to you Thursday. Yeah. We had the little surprise for our birthdays.
Yeah. So I just,
so he knew about that.
Oh, I knew about
okay.
it.
I was
invited.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect.
But I couldn't do it, so... And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I heard your wife in the background saying, "Is that Lake?" Like, I thought she got spilled beans or something.
A lot of people, that's funny because a lot of people call me that week that normally don't call me during the week. They only call me during the weekend. But I got a similar story. So my birthday is the 30th. Yours is the 31st.
Right.
So we kind of, we all hang out together. So our wives planned a surprise softball birthday party for us. Went to the Dulles Sportsplex, had a softball game. But what they told us was they were taking us out to eat.
Right.
So if we can go back to, what was that, last Friday, was when they had the surprise. They told us we were going to Maryland to this diner that's on the TV show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking in my mind, it's 4 o'clock on a Friday with tornado warnings, and we want to drive to Maryland. So I'm already frustrated. I'm like, really? Like, I appreciate your effort. I love you for trying to make this a great birthday, but I don't want to deal with this because you might drive there, but I'm going to have to drive back.
Right.
And we can just go up the street to the Chili's where we ended up anyway. But nevertheless, they made us put a blindfold on.
Oh, really? See, I didn't get that part.
So
yeah, it was actually kind of weird because it was cool and suspense of it, but I don't like. It's different than closing your eyes and going to sleep with a blindfold on. I was getting a little car sick.
But not to mention, you think you're going to Maryland,
right?
Hold on, time out.
That's a long ride.
That's called a hijacking.
No, listen, we gonna have to put the picture in on because we got pictures of it. It looks like we some gangbangers getting ready to rob somebody because we got these bandanas over our face. Yeah. And you look at the picture and it's an intimidating picture.
But it's this question: what car were you in?
I was in the QX.
Okay, so you weren't in a one-man gang car.
My wife can't drive that car.
Okay.
Which brings me to my next point.
Were you in your car?
No, I was in my SUV, but which brings me to my next point. I said, I'm sitting there thinking, why aren't we driving together?
Right.
We going to Maryland.
Right.
This don't make any sense. We gonna follow each other to Maryland when we both got all these big old cars. So I had to
It
come.
didn't dawn on you that they were
No. I tell you this. I knew they had planned something, but I kind of figured they were scrambling. I kind of figured it fell through. And so they kept saying we were going out to eat, but my wife was like, well, I had on sports, like gym shorts and a shirt. And so she's like, you're going out to eat, but you don't have to change. And I'm like, well, I don't want to, I want to look presentable when I go out into the public. Right. So let me take a shower, put on a polo shirt and some khaki shorts. So I did all that. And then we show up at the Della Sports Place. And so then I got to get back out of the coast.
Right.
Which brings us to another story that I couldn't find my truck keys for a week because my wife lost my clothes.
It was in the back of my truck.
They was in the back of his truck. So, and now we all over the place. I called him. Listen, Sunday night. This is crazy.
How you lose your clothes?
Because
we had to change.
Because I changed.
We played softball once we got to the Della Sports
Place.
Place.
In your clothes.
And so I had on some khaki shorts. So I went to the bathroom and changed, and I gave my wife my clothes. She doesn't remember me handing them to her, but she took them and put them somewhere. So I called Zoe probably 11:30 Sunday night.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting ready for my week. And I'm like, hey, can you pick me up in the morning, take me to my other house so I can pick up my car? And he's like, well, let's just do it tonight. So I'm like, cool. So it took about an hour by the time he got there. I got my car, got back home, for him to text me when he got home like, hey, I got your truck keys. So he could have just brought me my truck keys then.
I didn't know I had them.
So it was just wild.
I said, they're probably in the back of the truck. I know I saw your shoes, but
that sounds real wild right there. That sounds amazingly wild.
But it was all worth it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. We're actually going.
I'm upset though. I'm upset though because any chance I could get, to redeem myself.
Well, we lost. We got.
Yeah, my team won.
Quiet as kept. He had a loaded team.
I didn't have a loaded team.
Yes, he did. I was picking people, and it wasn't. I was picking people to try to keep it fair.
So how did I have a loaded team if we try to keep it fair?
We had some later rivals show up.
You got DJ, I got Sierra. This L's kid.
That's true, but I had people. I had a second baseman that didn't even have a glove.
So she took it off. So she had a left-handed glove.
We couldn't even make a play.
She wasn't late though. She wasn't even late. She was there.
I know, but we couldn't even make a play at second base for whatever reason. She decided she wanted to play second base. We couldn't even make a play there because nobody's gonna throw a ball to somebody that doesn't have a glove, and is already not the best catcher. So we was already at a handicap.
Who was on your team that was any good?
Who was on my team?
Without calling out the people who weren't good.
Ken was on your team.
Who?
Ken,
my brother-in-law.
Mark on your team.
Mark was on my team. Yep. Your old neighbor. What was his name? Your next door neighbor.
Oh, Mike. Mike was good.
So I had solid players, but he didn't have any weak links.
I had a college, baseball, softball player. Graham Gano's, Brittany Gano's wife was on my team. I had Derek Frost. And obviously myself.
He did a great job. He did a great job in his lineup of hiding his weak links.
I had L. I had a good team,
You did.
So and not to mention, not only did he have a great team, but he had like 3 umpires on his team. So when they said foul ball, it was a foul ball.
This is how you know. This is how you know when people don't play baseball.
Let me talk about this one. I remember being cheated.
It was considered a foul after they broke on it,
right?
And they didn't get there.
You have any? You know what baseball? Okay. So you have the foul lines, first and third base line going down the line. If a ball is like, let's say, bunted. Real good, and you run into the ball, and then you ain't gonna make the play at first, and then it rolls foul before it gets to third base.
It's foul.
It's a foul ball. Okay. So that's what we were doing.
Let me say,
I was just making a great decision on the ball. Why would I pick it up and let a man be on first base?
Let me give you some context of what we're talking about.
That's what it was.
We were not playing on a baseball diamond.
It doesn't matter.
No.
You still have imaginary lines.
We were playing on.
It was on Della Sportsplex, no field. It's a football field.
It's not even a football field.
Indoor soccer.
I would equate it more to like a skating rink.
You got to lose your imagination.
If you threw out 3 bags on this table,
you can visually see.
There was inconsistency.
No.
If they got to the ball and was able to make a play at first base, then it wasn't foul.
But I made a good decision.
Inconsistency sounds more like cheating.
No,
I'll never call another man a cheater.
I'm not a definitely not a cheater. But look. If I get to the ball, I know I can throw him out. Bam, I'm gonna make the play. But if I don't think I can, I'm gonna let it roll foul.
It didn't roll.
Yes, it did. It rolled foul.
Listen.
Did it roll behind the back?
I'll say this
before
because we were inside. We were in a tight space. We were in a tight space. So we were playing with.
Don't tell me how rough the water is, man. Just get the ball in.
Don't be using my stuff against me. Don't be using my stuff against me.
We won it, and all in all, we won. It was a blowout.
Listen, when it was like 14-9.
That's a blowout.
Anyway, so we were playing softball with like a really soft ball because we were tight spaces. We didn't want anybody
like
to
a T-ball softball.
So when you hit it, you could put a lot of spin on it. So it would hit and then it might kick back or
like
it might
a wiffle ball almost.
No, it was softball.
It was like a T-ball, but like softball size.
Spongy.
Rubbery. It was rubbery.
My thing is, we both were playing with the same ball. It's not like we switched balls when we were.
But they were making the calls.
We weren't making. I was making the right decision.
When we would hit the ball, they would, whether or not they got to the ball, would either be foul or fair.
Well, I have to say this.
I'm not a cheater. That's all I know.
I didn't call you a cheater. I said y'all was cheating.
All I know is there were some discrepancies in the game we played against.
We had real. Well, no, we didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say the
it don't even matter.
It was awful.
Father's Day, we trying to put something together again.
Yeah.
For all of us, so we're gonna actually go out.
When is this now?
Father's Day, next Sunday, 17th.
Yeah.
So if you're around,
I'll be around.
Well, we don't control Father's Day.
That's up to the women in our lives. We're going to let them know this.
Yeah, that is true.
We got 6 or 7 fathers saying this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
What we going to do?
We're told what to do on Father's Day.
No, this is what we're going to do.
Man up today. How about that? We're going to take control of our
I got a newborn at my house, so I'm on a short leash. I used to have a lot of leash, but now I'm on a short leash. I ain't ashamed to say it.
It's the same thing with me. I mean,
it ain't took a lot of the bite.
I don't know why you laughing. It's the same thing too.
I'm just laughing because it's funny. Because he's singing a good tune right now. Because we on, everybody can see.
Hey, you gotta fake it till you make it, right? I'm a fool.
Let him hear him off air. Oh, I run this. I run her.
No, listen.
I run this. I run my house. You don't let her do that, so. You can come to my house. Wow. That's the type of verbiage I get if me and my wife having a discussion.
I know what they call this in radio.
And then I love it.
A bit.
And I love it.
Doing a bit right now.
And I love it when I'm at his house chilling yesterday. I just love it just to sit there and just hear him and his wife go back and forth. I'm just over there laughing, giggling, and they probably just wonder why. Because she giving it to him.
Listen,
you didn't tell me that.
I can't say
this is what happened.
Well, that's because
this is what we gonna do.
The men used to outweigh the women in my family. And I had my little girls.
And where you going tonight? You gonna be there?
I definitely will. My wife is having a happy hour for a real estate company at Sweetwater, and I gotta go. It's the bottom line, and I'm excited to go. So right after the show, I gotta
that one up real good.
Right after the show, I gotta change clothes. I might even change in between segments. So if you're watching this, you might see me with different clothes on.
Kedric got a dress on now.
Yeah. So it was you gotta make it happen. You gotta do what you gotta do. But. He's exaggerating.
No.
I'm going to say that was a great bit.
All great men have great women behind them, so.
They do, or in front.
Perfect.
It's more next to.
We like to think it's next to.
They might be in front.
Yeah, I think so.
The more you think about it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's okay to. I don't want to use that word. I was going to say it's cool that we're nicer guys that we allow that to happen, but there is no allowing of anything to happen.
Well, no, I mean,
this is a certain situation.
That's just the way it is.
I'm not touching any of this because I might mess around and miss this. So I'm not even.
I want to tell them how you really speak when we in the locker room. Go ahead. Tell them.
Listen, only one man can run a house. Now. Listen, only get it full. Only one man can run a house. Now listen.
That's the character you're talking about.
No. The man's got to say so in his house. You got to be smart enough to understand that your wife's got sense too. Now you can't put your fist down.
Oh no.
You just got to.
None of that.
You got to be somebody that's worth following, and they'll follow. And sometimes that means you got to step back and let them take the lead. Sometimes.
I hear that.
That's
in anything. Like I tell you this, I'll be honest.
Sometimes you're in control. Sometimes he's in control.
No. It's my wife has a great business mind.
Okay.
Exceptional. Mm-hmm. And so when it comes to things like that, I need to listen to her on it.
No, that's
because she's got it.
I live
so I'm not finna sit up there and I don't know. You know,
makes sense, but I'm not talking about that.
What you talking about?
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh,
he's stirring. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. But that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I understand what you're saying. You gotta be somebody worth to be found. I understand.
I'll say this. It's cool. Ain't no man don't belong in no baby shower.
Oh no, that don't happen with me. I'm gonna tell you that.
My daddy didn't go to no baby shower.
You came to my baby shower.
Well, that's because that's my godson.
Hey, you came to Zoe's baby shower.
Which brings me to my next point. I was going to these baby showers, so finally I said no.
Because you only got it.
Next thing you know, you're going to be trying to ask me to
all my baby showers. I'm all inclusive. That stuff when all the women get to do all. This is my baby too now. But I did fun stuff. We did bowling. Stuff that's included. I'm talking. It was like just all ladies.
It was a couple baby showers where it was just like a meal.
Not mine.
Not yours.
Yeah, I didn't go to that.
And I'm not going to.
I wasn't there.
I'm not going to.
I ain't going to that either.
See, I learned since we all gonna be in the doghouse after this. I learned that if my wife tries to sell something on me, and I know there's other females involved. No offense to you, baby, but this is just proven fact. This past summer, West Virginia, she said, hey, she wanted to go camping. She said, we got a chance to go camping with some other couples. Hey, let's go. It sounds great.
Right.
I get there, I'm the only man there. With like 8 other women and some kids.
That's a whole different. What kind of couples you talking about? Like, my goodness, it's a family show.
So I asked. I said, "Where are all these husbands? Where are they?" And she was like, "Well, the wives said they didn't want to come because they didn't think any other men were going to show up."
So you just became like the butler that weekend. You was getting wood and
you believe me,
putting together tents.
Yeah, no heat in there. There was a beehive in there.
You gotta kind of take your hats off to the ladies though for wanting to go camping for real. That's intense.
Why wouldn't the men want to come to that though? Huh? Why wouldn't the men want to come?
I have my reasons, and I think I understand because I think they probably were in the situation I was in. So next year when they do this, I won't be there either.
But then you can't leave the missus out like that.
I love my wife dearly. She will be by herself.
Listen,
I will not be going. If I know I'm the only guy again,
I wouldn't want to go to that. You wouldn't want to go.
I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Come on.
I enjoy that kind of stuff.
By yourself.
We were on a vacation. We were on a vacation last year. And I had to go to the store with 2 women.
Oh, I did.
And I almost lost my mind.
I went in town with 4 of them, and my wife wasn't one of them.
Yeah, no.
And next thing I know is it's like when I get back,
it was like back in high school,
you need
middle
to get
school.
the wood. You got to go down to the other cabin and get the wood. Can you cook this? Can you talk to the guys in the other cabin over there? They're making all this noise.
Oh, y'all were living in the cabin?
Yeah.
I thought y'all was intense. Y'all wasn't camping. Y'all was staying in the cabin.
We were in unair conditioned. No facilities and nothing in there.
Outhouses?
No, it was just a cabin. That's all it was, where you could lay your head. That's all.
Did it have a bathroom?
No.
Plumbing?
No.
So what did y'all? You did it like the Bears?
Yeah, you had to go out.
That's all right. Yeah.
No, it's not all right.
We would be healthy as a human race if we didn't have toilets.
This boy on this thing. We took a Pilates course, and this lady talking about our hip mobility.
Think about it.
Talking about because we use toilets now, so we don't squat all the way.
So if you had to get down,
we don't use our hip mobility.
They had toilets back in the old.
They used to squat in the holes. So if you had to squat,
it's still the same
thing. And hit your pelvic floor and then contract your abs. Think about that workout. That's some new age stuff. Listen to me. Watch it. Just no. Listen. Oh, I'm sorry. We acting silly.
You acting silly.
No. Listen. Okay, we all wore shoes growing up. The Nike Air Bubbles and all that good stuff.
What are people growing up?
Oh, you lived in Bethesda.
No, I did not live in Bethesda.
Actually, I had Red Wings and Rydell's. Nevertheless, what are people doing now? You see them with the 5-finger shoes, barefoot walking. Those. People walking barefoot. So what makes you think people gonna? I think people gonna stop using toilets.
Nah, man.
When is this? And which planet you?
Well, you talking about like a toilet that's in the floor though. Yeah. So it's still a toilet, but now you squatting all the way down to keep that mobility and that hip flexion.
So
and the core activation.
So obviously you guys have traveled out the country.
No, Bahamas.
Oh no, you go to the other side of the world and you use the bathroom. There's some other things going on in that toilet too.
What?
Yeah.
Sprayers.
Oh yeah. Well, they got them here though. What do they call? Berets
sprayers
or
and what?
Bidet. Bidets.
That's okay. I added this here. What was that now? Bidet. Bidets. I did not know that.
Bidets.
And I'm a Georgetown, graduate, but I thought I was,
But listen, talking about camping, we all talking about camping. Mm-hmm. We found out yesterday that the Redskins will no longer be in Ashburn. We going to Richmond for camp. Let's talk about that next. Capital Punishment in the building.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Have you ever had an idea for an invention or new product? Bill Schaefer, one of the inventors of Whammo's new Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play one hot summer afternoon. Bill invented a car wash for kids. Ride through it, run through it. InventHelp submitted the Splash Wash to Whammo, the makers of childhood favorites like the Frisbee, hula hoop, and slip and slide. If you have an invention you would like to try to patent and submit to corporations and want free information that explains how InventHelp may be able to assist you, call now. InventHelp is America's largest invention company with sales offices in over 50 cities nationwide. Call InventHelp today for free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain on the Splash Wash. However, most inventions are not successful, and Bill's experience is not typical of what inventors can expect.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-619-2363. That's 1-800-619-2363.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber Machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The Deep Cleansing Wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95, and your shipping is free. Plus, get the Deep Cleansing Wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
All right. Capital Punishment back in the building. I'm KG. We got my man Lake and also Zoe, the one-man gang. Thank you for tuning in. We posed the question, not the question. We talked about the Redskins moving from Ashburn to Richmond. I know people have talked about in the past, especially when Bruce Allen was hired, as taking camp someplace else. Lake, I'm going to talk to you first. What do you think about it? Because you've been out to the camp in Ashburn. What do you think for it moving to Richmond?
I think it's a great move, honestly, because in a perfect world, I would like you guys back up in Pennsylvania. I think Carlisle was good for. It was just it's history there. Frostburg didn't work. It didn't work. I'm not a big fan of you guys having your training camp here at the facilities, because to me, I think it is a good chance to get away, not have any distractions. Let's be upfront. I know from being out there, I know from personally knowing, some of your wives and things like that, they're supportive, and that's great. But when you have those training camps, it's basically you and your teammates, and that's it. And when you're away, you really can't have a lot of those distractions. You're not going home when you leave there.
Is that a distraction, though? or is that something that calms your mind?
Some guys, it's a distraction.
Guys that have families and kids, I don't see hanging out with your families after a practice or be able to go home during the middle of the day as that being a distraction. Obviously, your wife knows during that time you're not going to be as I guess present in the household as far as dealing with all the discipline and being there. And
that's fair.
And I think each wife, what on our team tends to know that. I think they're moving away. I don't even know. Well, it's more of a business decision as you look at it. I mean, the state of Virginia is going to give us $6 or $7 million for upgrades for Redskin Park.
You got to do it.
So I mean, as a business owner, I'm moving too. It makes business sense. Because I think everybody wants to say it builds chemistry. You're going away, you're together. I've done that when I was down with the Panthers. We went down to Wofford College and did it there. And then I've done it here with the Redskins when we're here. I think as long as you're getting the same work in, you're good. Everybody's a professional. Everybody can create distractions as well if you stay here, go away. For that 4 or 5 guys that's going to do something, if you're in the middle of New York, they're going to find something to do in the middle of Wisconsin and make something happen. So I don't know if that really is the issue, because we get paid to play a game. This is our job. We're professionals. And I think 99% of the guys, 95%, whatever you want to say, approach it that way. And I don't think I'm going to get any closer to any other guys in my locker room going away.
But if you look at the numbers, if you look at the averages of teams that, that have won championships, they went away in training camp.
I don't know, but most teams are moving back, though.
Well, last year was because of the lockout. You had to plan differently, so your facility is obviously the easiest thing to do.
Right.
I kind of ride the fence on it. I know, as being a family man, I'm going to be upset.
Sure.
When I have to go, not upset, but I'm going to miss my kids for the time we're away at camp. I'm going to miss knowing that, being able to get to them if I had to get to them. Mm-hmm. But from the other side of it, I actually think it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a change of scenery. I think that, we'll probably be staying in the college dorms. We probably want
takes you out your comfort level.
That's what you don't understand.
But it takes you out your comfort level.
Comfort level, that means nothing. I mean, we get up and go to work every day. I mean, you put me on the floor and ask me to go out and work, and I'm in my nice bed, I'm going to still get up and perform the same way. I'm a professional. That's what you're supposed to do. But don't create this environment just because you think it's going to bring guys together. I don't think you have to create anything special,
but what if
chemistry wise that you're not going to get being here? I'm not. Let me say this. Cool going,
but let me play devil's advocate.
Let me say, because I think I agree with 100% of everything you says, but just from the other side of it, whereas last year we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Right.
We come to Redskins Park about a 5-minute drive.
Right.
We kind of just drive ourselves there.
Yeah.
So now being here, we either gonna have to ride bikes, and we don't know where we're gonna be practicing at. We're gonna have to ride bikes. Or they're going to have to shuttle us.
Right.
We're going to have to be together.
Yeah, you are going to be together. You spend more time. You go to movies because, your wives and nobody's there. So you go hang out. So you do become, I guess, more intimate with your teammates as far as knowing them. Maybe hanging out with other guys. There's nothing wrong with it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that necessarily translates to the field. I want to be intimate on him as far as winning games is where he gonna be at when we call tight will me 6.
But
that's where I want to be intimate with him. It's putting the work in at practice that wins games. It's not where you do it at.
But as a media member, as a credentialed media member with the Skins, what if I said to you, show me how it has worked though, being able to have camp here?
I mean, you can go.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, but you can't just pick out one thing and say that's the reason why we haven't been as successful.
So you think going to Richmond is going to make our fourth quarters look better? You think I'm going to play harder for Kedric or play harder for London because we went to Richmond now? Because be realistic, you're going to hang out with the same guys you hang out with.
But I think there could be a chance that maybe there's 2 or 3 other guys that maybe you didn't know a whole lot about. Yeah. In that kind of environment, maybe playing ping pong or something, you start to say, this dude's pretty good. I didn't know that. But in this situation, in this setting here, you're never going to have that opportunity because you get to work, you practice, you can go home.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. You tend to meet a couple more guys and get to know them a little bit better. But
and just knowing 2 or 3 more guys could translate into.
Well, I don't necessarily. I mean, personally, personally, yes. I think maybe seeing how a guy like London, Lorenzo, a guy like Chris Chester, how they go about each day, the seriousness of it, where it's not just about what they do on the practice field, but it's getting in there early, hot tub and cold tub and stretching, being real professional, seeing that, not just thinking, well, how does this guy come out here and perform at this high level each and every day, understanding that their legs get sore, their backs are tight. It's a strain on them mentally, but they're putting in, they're putting in the work that they need to do in order to have a successful practice. And that might be contagious. You never know.
But see, you guys are talking about veterans. You guys are veterans. You know your craft. You know what's expected of you. You know how to get your mind and bodies prepared. But what about the Kirk Cousins, the RG3s who are coming straight into this setting, and that's all they know? This is a pampered setting for a rookie to come straight into. You have a bubble. I mean, you guys.
Well, no. That's the modern day NFL. I mean,
but you're going to work at that facility every day.
When I was a rookie, they thought we were pampered. The guys that had been in 6 or 7, 8 years, they thought we were pampered. I definitely think rookies now are pampered. You can't haze them anymore. They're automatically superstars because of with the NFL draft and the combine and things like that. And honestly, it's like you just don't even have the time to haze them anymore because when you're there at work, you're there at work.
But if you're away, then I'm telling you, you get
can
away from this, you can do some things.
But I just don't know how much that translates because, like I'm saying, I'm going to hang out with pretty much the same guys. You might get to know 1 or 2 other guys a little bit more intimate.
What if they give you a roommate that you don't know?
But see, that's the point.
See,
and they probably
I don't like roommates.
I can understand that if they matching me up with a purpose. Don't just put me with a guy just to put me. I don't want to be in a room with. I'm not going to say some guys that I almost went there. But some guys,
I know you said.
But like if Marcus White, you put me in the room with Marcus White. Cool, I understand that. Now you putting a veteran with a young guy who's trying to same position generally, he's trying to learn it. You want him to see what I'm doing, me to help him out. That makes sense.
Well, similar to college, we had positional roommates most of the time,
which is cool.
But what about if they give you, just throwing out a name, they give you Hernandez, the wide receiver, rookie wide receiver.
Okay, I mean that's cool. I mean I get to know him.
But the thing is,
he might have to sleep on the floor. I'm gonna put both beds together.
Man,
that's called hazing. See, that's called hazing.
Well, that's what we gonna get.
My thing is,
I tell you this, especially if we in the dorm room, it's the single beds. It ain't even like
I wouldn't like a roommate. I wouldn't like a roommate because in training camp, I very rarely cut the TV on. I mean, it might come on once every 5 or 6 days for 30 minutes. Because it's quiet. I'm either just laying. I'm either reading. I'm.
But you guys are
relaxing.
You're fueling why this is good.
Yeah, but now you putting.
So I think you guys are playing right into this though, because if you're talking about you putting beds together and you're talking about not playing the TV, you're not gonna again do that up here in Ashburn. But if you go away, you can impose those things. That's a form of hazing. I mean,
well, not imposing, but I'm gonna respect the man. Man, goodness gracious, I'm struggling.
I'm putting both beds together. But what he's saying, both beds are going together.
He's not
snoring. In the nice,
he's not doing that.
In a nice big bed where I can roll over.
You're not doing that. So if you got a roommate and y'all got a twin side bed,
and he a rookie,
you're not gonna take that man's bed.
Yeah, for at least one. Yeah,
you are not gonna take his bed.
I'm gonna put them together.
Listen, okay, so let me flip it. You a rookie.
Well, we gonna be fighting.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see who got dog in him. If he sleep on the floor, I don't want him here.
So what if he
buck up? So then okay, all right, I see you. You got it.
Now you just got another teammate that now might be somebody you consider one of
kind of like how you did me when I first got here. You tried me.
I did,
and I bucked up. I respect you. Yeah, okay, cool. See, you got to do that.
I don't necessarily know
who guys are.
No, I tell you this. It's not that I tried him. I was misinformed. I thought he was a rookie like me. So the rookies, when I was
just was gonna go out.
No, it wasn't that.
Let me tell the story how it really happened.
I'm gonna tell the story because you brought it up. Let me tell the story. So I was drafted. We had a bunch of the older guys. We had Ronaldo Wynn, Philip Daniels, Demetric Evans, Griff, Joe Salavea, those guys. So those are 8, 9 year, 10 year. Philip probably was in his
20 at the time.
14th year at the time. Well, we had to bring in breakfast sandwiches. So Zoe got here about week 4.
Yeah,
by week 4. So now we've had training camp and 4 weeks. It feels like forever. So he gets there. I think he's a rookie. Naive of me, right? I'll give you that. Naive of me. So I said, hey, you bring the sandwiches on a Thursday morning or Friday morning anyway. Well, Zoe and himself, because he had some of that in him too, like, I ain't bringing nothing. I already did my stuff. So the dog in me was like, no, you going to bring them sandwiches. Thank you, hey. Right?
No, that's not what he said. This is what I said. When he said, I said, I'm not a rookie. I already did that. Then he told me, no, you're going to bring them sandwiches anyway.
Oh.
I'm going to tell Griff.
I did.
I did. But I ain't bringing no sandwiches. And this was after I paid. I've been a rookie the whole year. Breakfast every week. And then the rookie dinner.
You was still technically a rookie because it was still 3 games.
I don't care. I had already dropped that 3 stacks on that rookie dinner on a practice squad. That's a week's worth of check. I ain't paying nothing else. You gonna do whatever. Whatever. I ain't paying no money.
Listen, my best friend growing up moved to a new neighborhood. We were out there playing basketball. He tried me. out there on the basketball court. I pushed him into a Cutlass. Everybody, an 87 Cutlass.
The Cutlass he got out front.
You know how heavy those Cutlass doors are. You put a big old dent in it. We brothers to this day. So you got to have those moments.
But don't you think, again...
Well, I guess maybe you're all right. Maybe I want to see...
by going away.
Maybe I want to see...
But we professionals now, though.
It don't matter.
I say this, Zoe brought up a point. There's a bunch of guys that I love to hang out with. And I'm not necessarily talking about my team, but there's only certain guys you want to go to war with. And you find that out in between those white lines and that green grass. Don't tell me what you want to do. Don't talk about it. Show me on the film. Show me how you prepare. Show me how you train. And show me with your production. But that's what I want to see.
But don't you think, think about this. It could be a late night, you guys playing cards with, you two going up against 2 rookies.
I'm not playing no cards in training camp. I'm telling you that now. I'm minimum. I'm like those new TVs that cut off when you fall asleep watching them. That's me.
Okay, I got one for you. You in your dorm and you sitting in there and it's quiet, and a rookie comes by. Rookie defensive lineman comes in and says, Mr. Golston.
My door gonna be locked, but for the sake of your program.
if he says, "Hey, Kedric, sir, do you have a second? I just wanted to ask you something that I noticed that you did on the field, a technique you use that maybe you can help me with." Those kind of things aren't going to happen up here.
Why not? No, yes, they do. They happen. They
happen on the field.
No, that happened.
They happen on the field
or in the locker room. That's happened to me with a rookie defensive lineman we have now.
But then you leave. You have a family. So I know we were at practice today at 2:00, 2:30, gone. Were you not?
Gone before then.
Normally, I'm still at the facility.
But what I'm saying is, you don't have a whole lot of time to play around with. But if you're in a situation where you have nowhere to go,
you're going to be more accessible.
I don't like the word playing around. I'm not going to be doing no playing around in training camp.
But you know what I'm saying.
You got more down time. You don't have as many responsibilities. Right.
Absolutely.
You don't have to just jet out and go get the kids or go hang out with them and go see them for 30, 40
But you don't have to do that even during training camp, staying 5 minutes from your house.
Yeah, well, you
might want to go do. You might be like, oh, I got out of practice a little early. I got about a quick hour and a half, 2 hours. Babe, let me go get the kids.
Right.
So you trying to tell me that if you're in Richmond, and let's just say this was Richmond right now, you trying to tell me you just said you can't haze rookies anymore because it's so public and us in the media, everyone's there, fans there, to sitting on the sidelines. Are you telling me 10 o'clock rolls around, you in a dorm? Somebody can't go water down RG3 in his bed or something.
Somebody might, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing then.
That's bonding time.
I'm either going to be getting a massage or sleep. I like, when they check curfew, I like to be, I don't even want to know they walk in my room. I want to be asleep.
So we all know. Your nickname got to be on these shows, Kedric the Bear Golston. That's got to be what it is.
Hey, we call my son Keddy Bear.
Right.
So I'm the original. Yeah. So
I hear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sleep in,
but nevertheless,
it's a good idea.
I think it's good. Not only
maybe the location isn't.
No, I think it is because we've been in camp here in Ashburn 10 years. 10, 12, 14 years, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. I think taking it to Richmond now, now those fans can come and see us,
and it's a huge Redskins.
Yeah, you move that further down south, then you get to some of the people from Virginia Beach to come up. It's a little bit more centrally local.
It's a big Redskins,
right? It's more centrally localized, as far as getting people from the south and the north to come down and check you out. So,
and the people in Ashburn, we go to the grocery stores with them, we go to the movies. They see us all the time.
That's why the shows. You go out and do shows at the venues here, not knocking the people here,
right?
We did the show at Capital Punishment in Maryland. It was 600-700 people in there. But when you do the show here, these guys see you in church. They see you in the grocery store, at the gas station, putting air in the tires, whatever. You're part of the fabric. But moving you away again, I'm telling you, I think it could be a lot of bonding experiences there.
You're right. It's not a right or wrong thing to this. Zoe's right in what he says, and you're right in what you say. But
look at baseball, spring training. They're gone.
Yeah, but that's totally different. That's totally different.
They at the beach.
I know baseball is a lot of hard work. I didn't play it much growing up, so I'm not going to disrespect those professionals like that. But it can't compare to a training camp practice in football.
Going to Florida and Arizona.
Football players always do this.
Florida and Arizona.
You guys always make your training or your situations.
It is worse than any sport. It is. I mean, you can't compare it to
if you got a sprained ankle in basketball, you're not playing.
In football, 16 games, every game counts. I'll give you that. So you don't have the luxuries of taking plays off, taking games off. Basketball,
no, you can't take it.
You jam a finger, you might have a guy miss 5-6 games.
No, I ain't gonna say that. You see guys playing with splints on their hands and broken fingers.
If you break your thumb,
that's different though.
You playing?
You still
probably gonna play.
You gonna cast it up?
You playing useless, but you still playing.
I could get it in.
No, I wouldn't say that.
If they cast you up, I mean
they don't club it anymore.
This is your natural extension anyway. Right. So I'm gonna be limited in what I do, but I could still go out there and make it work.
They'd have to lock that thing in place. Nice cast.
They would cast it
right, and then
put some soft pads on
there.
In basketball, if you break a thumb, you might be gone 20.
But if a quarterback breaks his thumb, he's gonna be done. You're talking about a defensive lineman and a linebacker.
Yeah, it's different.
You know, it's different. So they need their hands, and more so where our hands are combative, their hands are more skilled and things like that.
Well, I'll give you guys the fact that you play through injuries much more.
Well, yeah, because you have to. It's a different sport.
Every game.
Well, it's not a contact sport. It's a collision sport.
Fair way of putting it. Yeah. I mean, most people say it's contact, but
basketball is a contact sport in the way it should be played, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But football is totally different.
Dude, how should basketball be played?
Physical.
I can't.
So you don't like these playoffs right now?
No, they somewhat. I can't. What game was I watching last week? I can't remember. Somebody went to the hole.
Oh, D Wade basically just.
Not Rondo.
Hong Kong fluid Rondo.
No, it wasn't Rondo. This was a soft play. Somebody went to the hole. Nobody touched him in his face, and then he laying on the ground holding his face.
Probably LeBron.
That was last night. The guy from Oklahoma City, Harden. Is that his name?
No, it was a couple. It was
early in the week. His face. That was because he got elbowed by Ron Artest.
It was early in. It might have been somebody off the Spurs. I can't even think of the cat's name. Yeah, it was Boss.
Chris Bosh.
No,
he didn't play.
Bass. BAS from the Celtics. The Celtics.
Oh, Brandon Bass.
Brandon Bass.
He did a big dude too,
and he did it. Nobody hit him in his face. He on the ground,
the NBA
holding his face. I'm like, nobody even touched you in your face, man.
Yeah,
but that could be a ploy too, though.
No, that's so weak, man. That's like soccer. You out there falling out trying to get a red card. But it's play the game, man.
That's technical though. That's a part of it,
man.
But that's not part of basketball.
It could be. If you do that, you might be buying your team for a nice medical timeout.
But what's up with all these charges they calling too? They moving, sliding their feet.
They got late. I actually wrote an article. I do write, So I wrote an article. It's on the site, and it's saying the NBA has a problem, and the problem is they've got to tighten up the flopping, and they've got to tighten up the way the games are called.
Yeah,
you just don't know how they want to call it.
The NBA needs to tighten up the lottery. That's what we missed last week without the show.
Yeah, New Orleans. So,
listen, I'll say this.
Was it a coincidence?
So when I found out, when I found out, they had a 25% chance of winning. That's not that good a chance.
It's the lottery.
When I found out that New Orleans won, I'm sitting there like, man, that's rigged. But I'm like, Kedric, don't be that guy that's always talking about conspiracy theories and things like that.
I thought it was.
But then when I woke up the next morning, and everybody was talking about it, was in the newspapers and that, I said it has to be.
You understand the significance of New Orleans, right?
How does LeBron?
I understand it.
How does Cleveland get the number one pick when LeBron James
leaves?
Mm-hmm.
It's the lottery.
No.
Lucky.
How does John Wall come to the Wizards when Abe Pollin dies and they get the lottery that year?
It's the lottery. Lucky.
So
it's called frozen envelope.
No, it's not.
so you block a trade with Chris Paul to the Lakers because the Hornets are owned by the NBA.
Right, I understand that.
But then you let another trade go through to the Clippers,
right?
And then they get the number 1 pick because they're trying to. That franchise wants to leave,
right? Lucky.
It's professional wrestling to me almost.
I think the NBA. I think that I really feel like they had something to do with New Orleans getting this, and it's because they're saying that Benson, the owner of the Saints,
right,
is trying to buy the Hornets. Well, if you entice a new business owner something great, he knows he has the number 1 pick, could get a franchise player right off the bat. I'm gonna buy that team now, and guess what?
And that's off the
they
NBA
came
books.
Up number 1.
I need some proof. You can't just throw out allegations off of coincidence.
Listen.
And Charlotte got number 2.
You believe nothing you read and half of what you see.
It's coincidence.
I'm with you.
That ain't no coincidence.
It's coincidence.
You talking about big business.
I understand.
So if you don't think there's some shadiness going on in that,
it might be.
It's too big a business for it not to.
But it doesn't happen every year.
I got one. I got another.
It might be.
I got another.
Make a little sense.
I got another thing. Nobody's talking about this. The NFL hammered New Orleans.
Right.
Got rid of their coach, GM, got some players suspended.
Right.
My point is, the NBA doesn't. You don't think they realize we can really capitalize on this fan base too?
No. That's not going to happen.
I'm not saying they take in their fans, but you get fans that for 1 year may think, it's a lost year for us.
They love the Saints.
I'm not knocking that, but you don't think Saints fans look at this year as a lost year?
No,
because I say this: if they don't get Drew Brees signed, I think so.
That's the issue.
Oh no, that's.
They still got all the pieces.
Get him signed. I don't even think that's worth discussing.
I don't know
all the pieces.
I mean, why isn't it done already? There's certain players that you would say you give them what they want. He's reasonable.
He been franchised?
He was franchised the year he tore his shoulder up in San Diego. That's why he won't play.
Has he been franchised in New Orleans?
No.
Why not?
Because he just played out his deal.
Right.
He was a free agent.
You can still be franchised though.
Why would they franchise you in the middle of your contract?
Is he in the middle of his contract?
No,
he's done with his contract. They've already franchised him. I don't think he signed the franchise though.
Oh, okay.
He didn't sign it because he wants a deal, a long-term deal. Why wouldn't you give Drew Brees a deal though when he's arguably top 3 quarterback?
They're just trying to
see can shuffle him.
Who else was out there and what they got.
Who else?
Basically,
that's already happened.
Does he get Peyton Manning money? Does he get Peyton Manning?
He has to.
Yeah.
And I think most people are going to say Peyton Manning is something unique. But in my opinion,
Peyton Manning just got $100 million.
Got the same thing he has though.
Yeah.
We got a Super Bowl. We got the same thing Peyton has.
Well, you can look at it. I mean, Drew Brees the last couple of years
has better numbers too.
Well, I mean,
breaking records.
Yeah, that's what
would have broke the record this year as well in yards passing. Correct? If who did it? Brady.
No, Drew Brees got that. Got that record. He broke Dan Marino's record.
Okay, and Tom Brady would have got it.
Tom Brady
got it second. Okay, I mean, he's putting up great numbers.
So I think.
This going to get done. Listen, the chances of Drew Brees not playing in New Orleans this year, you're talking about a death knell to an organization.
But that's what I'm saying. But certain players,
it shouldn't have gone this long.
Certain players can't miss a year of football.
It don't even matter.
It's business. They just trying.
What business?
The Saints trying to be greedy. That's all. They trying to hold out.
But why would you talking about a man that's been so good for your organization,
the community,
your city, good
for football,
right?
You let alone,
he you don't hear. I mean, he's a pillar of that team. He is the face of that franchise. So I think you lose Sean Payton, that's a big hit. Mm-hmm. But who's an extension of Sean Payton? Drew Brees.
He's the coach basically now.
So
he can run every play, be like Peyton. He wouldn't even have to look to the sideline.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they got enough old film, enough tapes to understand what they need to do to be successful.
It's gonna get done. It's early, man. You guys haven't even broke for training.
But they wasting. No, it's early, but now's the time when you get the foundation. Right. This is the foundation of your team.
Well, Drew Brees is ready. He's gonna be ready.
But are the young receivers ready to do what Drew Brees wanted to do?
The offensive lineman. Listen, what tempo?
Look at it that way.
From what I've heard and what I've read about Drew Brees is he's a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. How is those practices being run?
Right.
Are they allowing things to slip, or is Drew like, no, get back on the line. We're gonna do it this way. Don't run it like that. This is where the ball's going to be running like this. That's how I see Drew Brees.
Do you think the Saints, I mean, obviously we can't speak for the individuals there because you don't even really know who's running things now, but do you think that they are, in their mind, prepared to go into the 2012 season without Drew Brees?
Yeah,
no.
but
no.
No, but then you talking about. I mean, why hasn't the deal get done? Why hasn't it? Because if I'm the owner of that team,
maybe they try to get him more money.
No. At the moment, all those things came down with Bounty Gate.
That should have been right there.
I'm gonna give Drew Brees his money because then that's gonna fill a lot of that.
It softens the
blow.
blow.
And then Drew Brees is gonna soften that blow a little bit because he's gonna get out in front of the media. He's gonna talk about it, and he's gonna be that light that the Saints need at this time.
All I know is that if he doesn't play this year, the Saints. I don't want to say that. That wouldn't have been right. Some bad things will happen in New Orleans. How about that?
Well, they're not gonna be as good.
No, I mean outside of the football field.
Well, if I'm a fan,
people gonna be hot.
If I'm a fan of the Saints and they haven't signed Drew Brees yet, I'm upset.
No, I'm saying that
I'm highly upset. So, which brings us back to our point. I might purposely not go to the games just because I feel like you're not paying this guy just because you want to be cheap.
One of the elite players in the game.
But then that doesn't make sense because then why am I going to go see the Hornets play when they got the same owner?
True.
Like I said.
No.
But why do you think? But wait a minute. But
because it's the owner's ultimately decision on who gets the money and who doesn't get the money.
No, I understand. But
especially when you talk about a player that kind.
Going back to our conspiracy theory. Why do you think the NBA gave New Orleans that pick?
Because the NBA wants to. The NBA wants to.
They're trying to help them.
They want him to buy the team, so it's off of their books.
No, I agree, but what I'm saying is they trying to help that man out. You don't think they look at his situation in New Orleans?
But you said.
So you're saying that the fans will be so disgruntled they won't support him in any of his endeavors.
Why would you?
I mean, you got basketball fans, you got football fans, you got baseball fans, and you have hockey fans.
Yeah, but you would have to say the Saints are king down there.
So let me give you a better example. Ted Leonsis.
Oh, you about to say the Wizards and the
Wizards and Caps. If the Wizards been losing games, which
the Caps are winning though,
but
people going to see the Caps.
You're not talking about the product. You're talking about a decision not to pay your best player. And he's sitting out because he wants, I guess what he wants is a fair deal.
So this is the equivalent of Leonsis saying, "I'm not paying Ovechkin."
Well, you can't.
Do you think people will not go to the Wizards games because he didn't pay Ovechkin in hockey? No, I don't think that has any bearing on one or the other.
If you're talking about a Stanley Cup winning Ovechkin,
and they don't pay him, they're not going to boo the Wizards because
well, they're already doing that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It's not because of Ovechkin.
Yeah, but
these guys can't shoot.
No, I understand. It's all good.
Yeah,
y'all gonna get in trouble talking about the other teams, though, man.
Get in trouble.
We're just talking about the schematics.
They boo us too. I'm keeping it real. What? 5-11, they boo us too. I mean, it ain't no different. I'm just stating the obvious. It ain't nothing that ain't nobody else said. So hey,
I mean, fans think they pay their money, they can do whatever they want to us.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, see, you guys have some good philosophical ways of thinking here, and I like that. I mean, you guys were talking about the last show that we did. You were talking about the Redskins. This is their town, regardless of who else is winning championships.
That's
by far.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what would be? I was trying to put this in perspective. I was trying to put this in perspective. If the Redskins were in the playoffs, okay, obviously if you get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Correct.
But let's just say, you had a Saints team that was 13-3, and you had a Packers team that's 14-2, and you make the playoffs at 10-6, and lost 2 out of your last 3 to get into the playoffs. My question is this: if the Nationals are, best record in the National League, and they're in the playoffs,
yes,
and you guys are struggling, but you make the playoffs,
yes.
Do you still think you guys would have more?
That question has already been answered.
Yes, we would. Our stadium would be packed.
When was that question answered?
The question was answered when the Caps were in the second round of the playoffs, and they still talked about the Redskins every day on the sports talk and the news in the off season. We're not talking about playoffs. We're talking about the off season.
OTAs, man. You didn't even got to OTAs yet.
Yeah, we
was in off season. We might have just started like the first day.
You talking about before?
OTAs, before.
We was in off season conditioning, and we still were getting talked about.
Yeah, when the Caps were in there, I don't think we had started. We just been working out. I was talking about beating RG3 in the 300-yard shuttle. So yeah.
So it'll get some play.
What would be like? I'm just thinking, you from Georgia. Mm-hmm. If University of Georgia's playing for the BCS National Championship game and the Falcons are in the Super Bowl, Would there be, half?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say the University of Georgia is gonna trump it.
Wow.
But that's a different town.
You talking about
town.
what
football-wise.
You right, yeah.
Sorry, Maryland, but I mean that's the
No, it's not sorry. Maryland needs to be sorry. Let's just be honest.
Hey man, I'm Penn State. I mean, we beat them 35 straight times. So I don't, sorry, that's terrible.
You talking about Atlanta market when the Braves won the pennant 13 years in a row, and they had to black out their playoff games.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Because
we were seeing them up here on TBS.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why the stadium was empty.
Yeah. It's a college town, but that's regional. I mean, college sports in the South.
So there's unequivocally nothing here.
Nothing. And I'm not saying that to be.
Wow, man, that's.
I don't even know if we had a game on Inauguration Day.
They say they shut down Congress on Sundays because of you guys. That's the word. Is that those guys are at the games, so they don't want to do work. They don't want to do work. I give you that. I'm still say this though.
We just reporting the news.
The Wizards will never ever compete with you guys.
Ever.
But I will say this: if you winning championships and they're winning championships,
no.
You saying if we're losing?
No, he said if we win the championships and they're winning championships.
No. I'm saying if you're losing and they're winning championships, it will get close, man.
It'll be an excitement because everybody wants to be associated with a winner, but you have to take a step back, not put your blinders on, and look at the overall picture.
And you still think the Redskins losing would trump the Wizards?
Well, we're not going to be losing anymore.
What do you mean championships?
I'm talking about the Wizards was OKC doing what they doing, looking like their next dynasty.
Do you think? Well, they don't have a football team, but University of Oklahoma. Oklahoma State.
Do you think if Oklahoma City wins the championship this year, and let's just say next year, because it's a young team, they're only going to get better.
Right.
Let's just say they do it, they win it this year and do it and put themselves in position to do it next year, and Oklahoma's playing for the BCS championship.
Oklahoma's going to kill it.
The University of Oklahoma
over Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
killing it.
I mean that goes back. I mean we talking about something.
I know Oklahoma is a state.
We talking.
Yes,
but you're talking about a pro team in your market.
But no, listen. But that's just like when the Bulls won all those championships. You could still say that was a Bears town.
No, not
Saturday Night Live. The Bears.
No.
All that kind of stuff.
When Jordan, them 6 years they won them championships, Chicago, the Bears weren't even close to those Bulls.
They were in the forefront. The Bulls were, but if you look at what was ingrained in that city, it's a Bears town. They relate with the Bears the same way that the Pittsburgh relates with the Steelers.
But for those 6 years, you think that they were the better draw, the Bears? To forget the capacity,
maybe not
of the
a better
stadium,
draw, but you got
the media exposure.
Okay,
the Bulls were worldwide, man. They were worldwide.
A Steelers game or a Penguins game?
That's not even for debate. It's the Steelers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same
Giants,
thing.
Giants.
Knicks.
Giants. Yankees. Giants third fiddle in their own market, man.
Second.
Hey, man, if the Knicks are winning championships and the Giants winning championship, it's the Knicks by far.
Well, they talking about the Giants just won a Super Bowl, and all they talking about is New York. The Jets.
They don't even talk about them. I'm telling you, the Giants third fiddle in their own market.
They behind the
That's
Jets?
Fine.
Are they behind the Jets?
No. They not behind the Jets. The Jets not even close to the Giants. And Jets fans.
But the Knicks are king up there. Madison Square Garden. You're talking about
the Yankees are king.
Right.
Yeah, the Yankees. That's true.
And then the Knicks, and then the Giants. Okay. But here you just it's the Skins are not even a second close.
No.
A close second.
No.
What about Muscle? What about Georgetown winning the NCAA championship?
No.
Maryland playing for back ACC.
I would say.
It's okay. I'm just reporting the news here. I'm just saying what it is based on what I've witnessed. Because those teams have been good since I've been in this area, and you still never get the same type of
championship caliber though.
But they've been good, winning. None of them.
There's only one championship caliber team a year. That's the team that wins the championship.
Come on, man.
It's
I'm
okay,
just keeping it
you
real.
San Antonio wasn't championship caliber team?
No, they wasn't because they not playing in the championship game.
They gone.
And if you heard what Tim Duncan said, he was saying we're not. Our goal was to win a championship, and we didn't. We failed.
Can we get some credit? Because last time I remember, We were telling you OKC.
Listen, I'm kind of torn because I'm kind of torn because I really respected and enjoyed the way that the Spurs played. They played as a team.
But OKC does the same thing, though.
yes, but you got to think they run them.
I'm gonna tell you
they run them down the floor.
The reason why they won though, and they probably should have lost one of those first games to OKC, is that Harden and Westbrook, the first game definitely tried to play outside of themselves because they got challenged by Parker, and they were just out there just winging it and gunning it.
The second game, it was Ginobili was killing Harden.
Right.
6-man.
Right. Front floor. And then they settled down, started playing some good basketball, and then they allowed San Antonio to kind of lose their team atmosphere as far as just turnovers and not really passing the ball and sharing it. And it was just too late. It was just too much for them to overcome.
One of my favorite player in the NBA plays for OKC.
Kevin Durant.
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah,
you big Perkins fan?
I am. It's when he was in Boston.
Which was a mistake.
I agree with you 100%.
That's what I want to see play, though. Boston and OKC. This is because of the intensity. I just want
that's going to be real intense.
And that would be good basketball.
Oh, it's going to be great basketball. I don't want to see the Heat. LeBron.
But do you think? I think Kevin Garnett is going to bully whoever he plays.
No.
I think he can.
How are they going to put Ibaka on him? I don't know.
Can he bully Ibaka?
That boy is rough.
To us, he might look like he's getting
boy is rough.
Nah, see, this is what happened in the San Antonio series. Boston is eerily similar in style to San Antonio. As far as
they're older
veteran pick and roll. And this is the thing. You're right. The first two games, I think OKC wanted to just they wanted to make the game more finesse.
Right.
And then they realized they were the number one rebounding team in the league. And when they realized if we play Ibaka, Perkins, even Collinson, they played Nazir Muhammad a couple times. Basically, now you got 6 fouls per player. And you start to rough up some guys with San Antonio. When they started leaning on Tim Duncan, you saw a little decline in play there a little bit.
I don't know, the big Fundy man. He's
the greatest. I mean, maybe the greatest at his position. But the point is, when you start coming at guys in waves, and you just keep bringing bodies. True. Who else do they have in Boston outside of Garnett down low?
They let Big Baby
That's my point. That's my point. You bring in 4 times 6. You bring in 24 fouls to lean on.
Yeah, but you're talking about. I mean, in my opinion, I thought
Brandon Bass play down. I thought
he does, but he jumps.
I thought the Celtics. I thought the Celtics were done when they was finna play the Heat. The way that the Heat. I beat them so bad the first game.
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't really judge it until I see them go back.
Officiating.
Some of that was bad
that's true.
too.
But then you talking about all year they've been talking about let's bust up this team.
But the Celtics beat the Heat throughout the year though too.
They owned them in the regular season. I think it was 3-1, 4-1, something like that.
I know this year. This year was different.
No, they beat them up this year.
They owned them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the reason why the Heat ain't winning is because Wade hasn't really shown up in the first half. Chris Bosh has been out.
And LeBron passing up
and
shots
LeBron is passing.
That's too easy to say, though. What else
it's guaranteed, though.
Everybody who's talking about that, like the man's doing 30 and 10.
It doesn't matter. It's not winning games. I'll take 20. I'll take 20 and 5 if I'm winning the games.
Exactly.
Yes, but what else more? I mean, like you said,
is Durant passing the
ball? Jordan took shots. But they were responsible shots.
You can't turn down the moment. Right before that, he just hit a big 3 to tie the game up.
And mean mugging at everybody.
Right. Now, you had a ball in your hands and you go frail something and then throw it away or throw it to the guy to take a desperation shot. But I can remember, take it to the rack.
Okay.
You 6'8".
Listen, we all talk about Robert Horry, right?
Mm-hmm. Big shot.
Why is he the big shot?
Because he took it.
Because somebody had to pass it. Somebody superstar on the team.
Who does he have on this team that he's going to pass it to? That's Robert Horry.
That's what I'm saying. He don't.
That's my point. That's my point.
Matt Miller is supposed to be that guy.
Who? Mike Miller. Mike Miller ain't doing nothing.
Mike Miller.
But he's supposed to hit that shot.
He ain't doing it.
Paid.
But that's what I'm saying. But if he passes it. Because that's a good basketball
decision. He didn't throw it to Mike Miller.
And the guy hits the shot, then that's great. No. Because they used to kill Kobe.
Well,
for scoring 81 points and losing. They used to kill Kobe for not getting his teammates involved early in the game.
Of course. But this is the last shot, not early in the game.
When you're losing, it's all bad.
I don't care.
And when you win, it doesn't matter what
it is. Like I said, LeBron ain't even the best player in the league right now. Not even the best player.
No, he's not.
Most talented. Not the best.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that, but everybody, it's so easy to say.
The face of the NBA right now.
I'm just watching.
For my money, I even told people this last year. LeBron's the greatest talent, but the league, you could tell if Derrick Rose hadn't been hurt, he was MVP last year, he was becoming a new face. And I said Kevin Durant's becoming a face. Right now, the NBA face, right now as we speak, is Kevin Durant. Make no mistake about it.
No
mistake about it.
I think that's closed-minded.
No,
it's not.
So you just gonna take Kobe out of it?
Oh, we all know Kobe's the man, but we talking
about the face of the NBA.
I said the new face. The new face of the NBA is Kevin Durant. Make no mistake.
That's easy to say. I think that's bandwagonish. He's a great player.
Three-time scoring champion.
He's a great player, but you're talking about. So you just gonna take him over Kobe as the face of the NBA?
Let me give you my reason why.
But that's easy to say right now because of what he's doing.
Exactly, that's what it is. It's in our job too. It's what have you done lately?
That's all you can go by.
For me lately,
that's all you can go by.
It ain't what you did, 5 years ago or 3 years ago.
But let me throw this.
2 years ago, it's about right now.
Let me throw this at you. Did you guys know since 1999, the Western Conference has only had 3 teams represent them in the finals? Period.
Spurs,
Lakers, Mavericks.
Yep.
This guy just knocked out who in the playoffs?
Both those teams.
All three of those teams. Yeah. All 3 of those teams had bona fide superstars at one point in their careers, were the faces of the league. Kobe for most of his career, Duncan for a brief period, Dirk Nowitzki maybe 2-3 years ago when he won that MVP.
Okay, but I'll say this: you talking about 1 year?
No.
So now if we back here next year,
but it's not.
You're talking about them knocking them out of the playoffs. This is the first time they've been to the finals.
Right.
So if you're talking about if we having the same conversation next year, then I might say, okay, you can give him the face of the NBA.
If you took a poll right now and said,
he's the
new face of the NBA? LeBron James, D Wade. You can't put Kobe in there. But
we live in a world today where one game decides the whole series. So if one team gets blown out, then they can't be beat in the series of 7 games.
No, I didn't say that.
It's too flat. It's too much flash in the pants.
3 games in the playoffs, and to me, they basically have lost 1. And the reason why I say that because they lost the first 2 to San Antonio and won the next 4.
But I'll say this, right? Zoe was at my house watching the game last night. Mm-hmm. And we both said San Antonio going to be hard to close out in this game.
Oh, we all said
going to be hard to close out.
That's what I'm saying. But since
that game was closed, yeah.
But who closed them out?
But I picked OKC. I'm not.
You did. But what I'm saying is you didn't think they was going to win that game, though.
Oh yes, I predicted them on national air yesterday. They were going to beat San Antonio because they were going back into a buzzsaw. And this is what I said: you give a young team confidence, and they know they can beat Goliath. They knew once they got San Antonio, you knew they were done.
Right.
What I'm saying to you now, what Zomir is saying, look at the end of these games in the fourth quarter. Who's taking shots and hitting them?
KD
with extreme confidence. LeBron is passing the ball away in the fourth. That's the story of his career, and I don't want to hear he's an unselfish player. You know what? At those times, you're supposed to be selfish. If you're the best player on the court, you're supposed to be selfish.
But hindsight's always.
Hindsight. You can't say that. Hindsight is 2020. It's repetitive behavior.
You take your team down with you. If you miss, you put it on me. I took the shot. It's over. He won't even do that because he's afraid to miss it.
It's over.
He's afraid.
You really think so? Maybe.
He's afraid to miss it.
It's over.
I can't. I just
find it hard
is
a front runner who is afraid to miss the shot.
I will agree that he has some front running tendencies. Mm-hmm. Because he gets real flashy. You can tell he's a lot more comfortable with a lead and when things are going well.
Front runner.
But at the same token, you talking about somebody that has worked extremely hard at his craft.
I'm not knocking that.
Developing his game.
He's talented.
So I'm going to say if people are getting on to me about taking the last shot, I'm gonna start taking it.
He hasn't.
And still defers that.
That's true. But maybe he at that time he feels as though he's making the best decision for his team because he has confidence in his guys.
The best decision for your team is to be selfish at the end of the game.
That's living a lie.
But
I can understand if he was going and then dish to D Wade or dishes to Bosh.
But you dishing to Mario Chalmers, you Mike Miller, Udonis Haslem. What's that?
Yeah, but I mean, Jordan was dishing to Kerr.
One time.
I'll take Kerr,
One
baby.
time.
Kerr,
That's because he hit the shot.
One time.
Kerr was nice though.
He was.
But the point is,
but I think in our eyes,
he always showed up and could shoot. Mike Miller hasn't showed up.
We were young bucks back then, so those guys to us are bigger than life.
Yeah,
we know that these guys.
Why did Jordan pass the ball to Kerr? Why?
Because he was open.
And Kerr did what?
He hit the shot.
If I'm LeBron and I see that them other guys, including D-Wade,
Chalmers hit some nice threes.
No, I'm talking consistently.
Right.
Every time they pass to Kerr in that corner,
you know
when he was Chicago, that thing was butter.
Okay, I mean, so you got confidence.
Not every time.
Majority of the time. Come on, we know.
We need the statistics.
Obviously, he's not shooting 100%.
Listen, his wide open accuracy had to have been 70.
Do you remember the commercial with Jordan, or was it Kobe, where I attempted the final game of the final shot of the game 70 times, I failed 40 times, the rest of the times I made the shot. So what are LeBron James statistics on that?
LeBron James, in my opinion, hasn't even put himself in a situation to put up 20 shots.
He's in the deferred category.
He don't do it.
I'm a defer.
Was he deferring in Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing they said on him there.
See, I think because the media is telling us that so much, it's easy for us to.
I'm watching it. I watched it.
The media tells you. The media.
But that's already in your head, so when you see it, you automatically jump to that conclusion.
You guys are my boys, but at the end of the day, my living is what? As media. I'm telling you what I've seen, what I've covered since this kid was in high school. He has every tool. He might be the greatest physical specimen the NBA's ever seen. Make no mistake about that. From a sheer talent standpoint.
Right.
But in here, heart, I'm telling you right now, Kobe went out. The Lakers lost. He still dropped 44. He went out swinging. He went out reminding you, we're going to lose, but I'm still the man.
But you talking about points. That's the same thing I just said with LeBron scoring over 30 a night. And you said, but he's not winning.
But it's a difference. If Kobe's 44 were meaningful points.
Oh, come on, man. Not in the loss. Does anything mean anything in the loss?
No, what I'm saying is Kobe.
I'm saying you can't say that
but Kobe showed the mentality of a winner. He didn't quit ever.
Okay.
To me, when you get a ball up at the end of the game, you're quitting on me. That's what I'm thinking. If you're the best player on the court.
All I'll say is I'd rather have LeBron take a bad shot than Chalmers take a good shot.
I think that's easy. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being real. I'd rather him have it.
I'd rather him.
I don't even want Chalmers. I don't even want Chalmers with the ball in his hand.
I'd rather that too. But at the same token, I'm gonna have to say that LeBron James knows a lot more about basketball than I do.
Yeah, okay.
For the same reason why. Same reason when people watch us on TV, they say, "Why don't you just jump in this gap and do that?" Well, that's not my gap.
Yeah, but
it wasn't my play to make. Now,
football's a little bit more complex than hoop.
Granted, sometimes he should have that flexibility. Troy Polamalu has that flexibility to go where he thinks he needs to go to make a play. Ed Reed and those kind of guys do have.
And LeBron
LeBron should have that.
He does.
Thank you. And that's why I was just about to say this. Let's put this in for the fans out there. Let's put this in layman's terms. From the NFL standpoint, let's just go elite players.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Elite.
A or nay. Elite.
Yay.
Drew Brees.
Yay.
Hey.
Tony Romo.
Nay.
Why is Tony Romo putting that guy?
Listen, I'll say this.
Because he doesn't show up in December when they need to go to the playoffs and win and take it to a time. Right.
That's where the greats separate themselves.
Right.
LeBron is supposed to be this generation's Jordan.
Nobody said that.
Oh, all the kids worship.
What do you mean? That's the
Kobe because of shoes.
Kobe is this generation's Jordan.
I mean like the newer kid, like the
younger
high school kids now.
Yeah.
They look at all the kids now. I'm telling you, every kid I talk to that's like 15 under, they are Miami Heat fans. because of LeBron James.
We were all Chicago Bulls fans
but they'll tell you, oh, he's better than Jordan.
Well, that's because they don't know.
People said Kobe was better than Mike.
Listen, we caught Jordan at the tail end of what we can remember.
Not me.
Not you.
Right.
But we caught him at the tail end. Mm-hmm. So these kids these days don't even have a clue. They just know the shoes.
Right.
That's fair. But my point is, when I just mentioned Kobe and I mentioned Jordan, their body of work speaks for itself. And I don't want to hear Shaq and Pippen. They got championships.
How long did it take for Kobe to win his first championship? 7-8 years?
4 years.
No, it was
4 years.
It was long. No, he sat on the bench for 2 years.
And the second 2 years after that, they won the championship.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm telling you, this is what I do. He won his 4th year.
What are you, Google?
Hey, man, when you do this, you got to know you can't go in there and blurt stuff out.
Yeah, you can. That's what we doing now.
Because he won in 2009, 2010.
All I want to know is, if I get this right,
he lost last year.
Are you going to apologize to me on that?
Do you want me to apologize?
When did Kobe get in the league? When did Kobe get in the league?
1990.
So he won like in 2000.
Like 1996.
96. They won in 2000.
Yeah.
2000, 2001. Yeah.
Well, look it up. You didn't even know what year he came in the league.
That's about 96.
I said 1990. I had to say
it's about 96. 2000. They won it. I know they won the championship in 2000.
Okay.
You gotta give me my due.
They might have won 2000, 2001, 2002.
Those first couple championships, those were Shaq's championships.
No, you can't say that.
Are you serious?
Okay, well, would you say the Shaq's championship? And you just, before we went on the air today, I told you that the reason why D-Wade got a championship was because of who?
Shaq.
And what did he say?
Shaq was old then.
Oh.
Shaq didn't even play half the season that year.
But he played in the playoffs.
And was killing people.
Sparingly.
No.
Sparingly.
Yes.
And I said who else was instrumental in that too?
Alonzo Mourning.
But you said what?
That was D-Wade's team.
No.
Listen.
No.
Forgive me, y'all just being ignorant.
No, I mean, D-Wade went off. He was a human highlight.
Yeah, but that was not his team.
That was his team. Even Shaq said it was his team.
Shaq said Kobe. It was Kobe's team when they won championships. Even reluctantly, he said that. We all know you winning the NBA championships with what?
Big man.
Come on, of course. So the point I'm making is, what has D-Wade done since Mourning retired after that season?
Yeah.
You said it yourself. Shaq was in Phoenix after that. What has D-Wade done since?
Well, then you can't.
Kobe got into more after Shaq.
He sure
Kobe did, but then are we talking about D-Wade or are we talking about LeBron? Because
both of them, they in the same boat to me. They overachieved.
Well, it's a reason. It's
underachieved.
It's a reason why they all decided to play together.
I agree.
I don't know why, because they don't look good together.
You know the reason
it's
why.
It's very inconsistent.
They couldn't man up on their own team. That's what I saw.
Well, LeBron made Cleveland into something that it was not.
And Cleveland was in better shape than Miami when he left.
Cleveland was in better shape.
No, I'm talking about when LeBron was in Cleveland. They played for a championship against San Antonio. Right. Yeah, they got swept.
Right.
Better team beat them. The next 2 out of 3 years, they had the best record in the league going into the playoffs. They lost to better teams. They didn't have to be. LeBron didn't have to look at that as a failure. They were already there. He just basically had to pay his dues and pick up a piece here or there.
Yeah, right.
But he felt like going and playing with an all-star team was going to give him an easy championship.
But listen,
don't work like that.
It's an AAU culture.
But no,
don't work like
when
that.
the Celtics got the big three, they started a trend, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, they was older.
Yeah, but they were older.
Prime in their career.
But at the same,
I agree.
But at the same token, if you looking at that, you're like, well, who really wants to come to Cleveland? A free agent of that caliber.
Larry Hughes went for $60 million.
I mean, if they paying him, you got to win a championship. Why not?
You telling me that if you're a 2 or 3 option on a team, and Cleveland says we'll guarantee you can be our 2 option, and we're gonna pay you $30 million. I don't care where I'm sitting.
Well, money talks.
I'm going.
But if you look at it, whereas let me go to. Why do you think they went to Miami and not to Cleveland or Toronto?
They went to Florida because it's tax free.
Right.
Well, because it's Miami.
Yeah, but I understand that. But during the season, how often are you in that city? You traveling to different teams. It ain't like you just staying like us. Like we work, we play on Sunday, and we chilling in Miami all week.
Okay, so when you get
off, and then in the off season. I'm going back to wherever I live at in off season.
Akron.
But you think so? You think he goes back to Akron in off season?
Oh, he says he does. He has his camps there. Well, that's home. That's not
just
Cleveland.
Because he has his camps doesn't
Cleveland.
mean that he's living there.
He got a house in Akron.
I mean, he probably do like all the camps.
How many camps you do in Oakland this year?
Nah, it's different from you guys, and there's no offense.
Do you live there?
No. Time out. No offense.
I'm doing a camp in North Carolina. I'm not even from North Carolina.
Zoe, help me on this. No offense, y'all.
No,
my boys,
I'm not LeBron, man.
Them jokers guaranteed $90 million. You guys will have multiple homes.
Yeah, you have about 4 or 5 houses.
Anybody would. You have a fish.
I might have 2. I have 2.
I think we have more than 2.
Right.
Seriously, real estate, you be renting something out.
Oh, well, you might have about homes that you live in.
Oh, you might have a condo in somewhere. I don't know where you want to go. Miami, you have a condo. Yeah. You.
Me. I ain't coming from that close.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know your wife, and I know what she would want, and I know what you would get.
It's
you have a couple of condos
she wants right now.
If you was guaranteed $90 million, you would have it.
You gonna put?
We have something on the water. We have something on the water,
right?
But that's all I said.
Lake got something on the water now. So I mean, it don't take much.
Hey man, can we go to break, man? Put my stuff out there, man.
I'm just saying. I didn't say what water.
Yeah, you on the water though. It ain't
we could be talking about a swimming pool.
Hey, listen. On another note, Kobe Bryant drafted first round, pick number 13. The year was
pick 13. That's crazy.
He was traded. He was picked by Charlotte, and then he was traded. So
she all in the
like she on camera,
like all in the video. But 1996.
You didn't know that Zoe did.
I give him credit.
Zoe said 1996.
He beat me to it. But I was thinking.
But you said you was Google. So how many years
I didn't say I used said I was
Google. And he won it in 2000.
And he won it in 2000, which we both said 2001, 2002.
Okay.
2009, 2010.
So I'm going to do it just like this before we go to break. Lake, I apologize. I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
I appreciate that.
It's all good, folks. This is how we do it on Capital Punishment. I'm Lorenzo Alexander. It's my boy KG the Bear. And my man Lake Lewis here. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sports Journey.
Sports Journey Network.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is Shake Weight for men, and it's going to kick your butt.
Whew, that's it.
In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed. Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in one direction, but Shake Weight harnesses the power of dynamic inertia to totally redefine strength training. As you shake, the weights at each end fire and recoil rapidly. This piston-like motion sends a shockwave of energy that forces your muscles to contract as many as 240 times a minute. So you build definition, size, and strength fast. And now this technological breakthrough in strength training can be yours for just $29.95. Shake Weight is science fact, not fiction. A leading biomechanics research center proved that 6 minutes with the Shake Weight burns as much muscle energy as 42 with a standard dumbbell. You get ripped, defined, and stronger, fast, guaranteed. Call and order now, and we'll also send you this 6-minute upper body workout DVD. It's everything you need to add size, definition, and strengthen your chest, triceps, biceps, and shoulders. Technology is all about packing mega performance in less space, right? Shake Weight proves it. That's why it comes with this ironclad kick butt guarantee. Do the Shake Weight workout just once. If your arms, chest, and shoulders aren't on fire in just 6 minutes, return it for a 100% refund. We'll even pay return shipping.
Whew, that's it.
3 exercises, 6 minutes, and the faster you shake, the more intense and challenging your workout. Think you can handle it? Then call now and build muscle and definition in just 6 minutes a day with Shake Weight for Men.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast and we'll add a free travel size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber Machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
Welcome you all back to Capital Punishment. Back in the building, we got me, KG, the bigger figure, Lorenzo Alexander, the one-man gang, and of course our man Lake Lewis, sitting here talking about a little NBA playoffs and what are our predictions. I want to ask the fans, what do you think out there? We got OKC in the finals. We got Heat, Boston tonight.
Right.
Who do you think is going to win that game between Boston and Miami?
Well, you know how I'm going. I'm going to go with the most intense team out there, the most complete team that's been dominating, I think, since Game 3, and that's the Boston Celtics. I just like what Rondo's been able to do, getting into the paint, getting his team involved. KG stepping up, been fiery, calling out LeBron. I don't know if anybody saw that thing, maybe Game 4. Mm-hmm. I can't repeat what he said to LeBron, mm-hmm. but he called him out, and I just like that passion and energy he brings to it, and of course Paul Pierce. I think they put a stat up on the screen the other night saying that he's been the most clutch player in the playoffs, and that's even with KD in the playoffs. So when you had your top 3 players obviously playing like that and playing well, and I didn't even mention Ray Allen, falling on the ground, getting balls, hitting the big threes, and they got several other good role players, and I just like the way they're playing as a complete team, and they coming at them in waves, and the Heat really don't have no answer. I mean, Bosh is out, they played him, but they didn't play him in the fourth quarter when he probably should have. He wasn't even rusty though. He looked smooth to me.
Dealing with groin issues and things like that,
you gotta be careful.
You can be perfectly fine, and you can do something when you feel it tweak or grab, and then instead of making it worse, you just sit him down because you want to save him.
But this is my thinking now. What are you going to save him for? The summer?
Right.
He got all.
Is he playing the Olympics? Is he playing the Olympics? Is he on the Olympic team?
Well, he's not at this point.
No.
Even if he was selected to play, because we don't know what his injury is.
Right,
but
exactly.
He had. I'm gonna say this. I agree with everything you had to say, but I think the Heat are gonna pull it out tonight and ultimately take the series. The reason I say that is because for that simple fact, if they don't win this year, they're done.
They're done.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
I just don't trust. I don't trust LeBron yet. I mean, he hasn't proven to me that when it's in the clutch, he did a little bit in Cleveland. I got to give him that. But recently, of late, he just don't have that killer instinct. I'm taking you out. That's the end all factor, and then making the people around him believe that same thing to where they raising their
I understand that, but when I'm saying he's gonna grow up. I'm saying he's going to do what he needs. Well, not necessarily. It's been the past 2 or 3 years we've been saying this. Definitely last year.
What's your idea of growing up? Because this guy's 28 years, 27, 28 years
everybody,
old.
Okay, this is what you got. You got winners. I'm going to say LeBron James is a winner. I'm going to call him a winner. And then you got guys that hate to lose. Boston has guys that hate to lose right now.
Right.
The Heat are winners. Boston hates to lose. Now that some people might be like, what is he talking about?
I know what you mean.
Winners play to win. These guys,
Boston does not accept.
It's not going to accept losing.
Right.
That's so by any means necessary. So the same way that OKC had to grow up last night and close out the Spurs, they grew up last night.
Oh, believe me, they did.
18 down and came back. They grew up.
I agree.
I'm saying the Heat have to grow up tonight. They don't have a choice,
I don't see it.
Or they're just going to be stuck right there.
I don't see
being that team that's always right there on the cusp.
I think that's where they're going to remain.
I disagree with you. So I mean,
so Oklahoma and Boston in the championship.
I got the Heat.
That's going to be a better series anyway.
We're not talking about. I don't know that.
I think it's going to be a better series.
Wouldn't you want to see the athleticism of both teams?
No.
Running around.
No, I don't want to see any more flopping.
I want to see some intensity.
Well, that's basketball. Oh, KG flops. He flops.
You know what?
But you talking about the flop king. You talking about a guy that got walked. You want to talk about flopping? Do you remember the first championship that Boston won with Paul Pierce? His leg got amputated.
Came out
he was hurting, baby.
He got amputated out there on the court.
He was hurting. They went back, shot it up with some 30 more cc's of that good stuff.
Come on.
And he came back out and he was good to go.
It was. I mean, that was dramatic.
I mean, I've seen Lifetime movies less dramatic than that scene was.
Hey man, he was hurting.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was awful.
We've all been in that spot where something you either roll an ankle and you think it's way worse, and you and then you laying down and you get up and all it is a little rolled ankle. You might have thought you blown out your knee.
He didn't get up. They carried him. I've never been picked up and carried off the field.
But this the point. Did he hit buckets afterwards?
He had no choice after making out. After his mama probably called him after the game and said, "Boy, don't you ever embarrass me like that again."
Did he hit some buckets afterwards?
That's what he does.
Hey man,
we still waiting for LeBron to do that at the end of the game, though, and he's healthy.
Listen, that's true, but we was talking about flopping and we was talking about athletic teams.
Well, I think LeBron and D-Wade flop. LeBron, you cannot touch him without him complaining for a foul.
But
that's the issue.
Kobe's the same way. People just don't make a big deal about it. Kobe turns around to the officials and does the same thing.
But most of the time,
Kobe's won championships. Win some championships before you start asking all that.
I agree.
Listen, win some championships.
He deserved that. Michael Jordan used to clap at the referees. You got 6 rings on that finger on both hands. You can do those things.
He was clapping at them referees before he had 1 ring.
No,
man.
I don't know what to say.
He wasn't getting beat up by Detroit. They weren't beating him up
badly.
He didn't have a ring.
Came at him.
That was a different, but that was different. That was a different NBA.
It was a different NBA.
We both agree to that.
Different NBA.
But the way the NBA is playing change your mindset.
I'm taking the Heat.
This is different NFL, but I still approach the game.
But
you gonna go out there and play hard football.
If a guy hits you out there on the field late, you might flop to try to get the flag.
No, that ain't me. You know that ain't me. I don't flop.
So 15 yards wouldn't help the team.
It would, but that ain't me. I don't think like, I should flop. That ain't in my DNA.
You might, let's say you do trip and then you just do an extra roll like, man, wow.
You ain't never seen me do that.
It's different for you guys.
Don't try to put that on me.
I'm not putting that on you, but what I'm saying is
it's different for you guys. You can't really flop in the NFL.
Yeah, you can.
No, but I'm talking about
it's like
where everybody in the crowd is constantly flopping.
It's like a couple years ago on Come On, Man, when that guy kind of just grabbed, the guy didn't even touch the guy, and the guy just jumped off the pile and did a flip,
right?
And the ref threw the flag.
But what I'm saying is that's excessive stuff. That if you're a fan in the NFL, if you're sitting there at the stadium watching the game, it may be more flopping going on than a fan can realize, or us in the media can see. We just wouldn't know that stuff.
But
because in the NBA, you know when somebody's flopping.
The object is to get the call, whereas in football, it's to get the 15-yard personal foul penalty. It's to get the foul in the NBA.
Guys act like they got spit on and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's trying to get that more of a competitive edge. And if you can, I'm gonna say this, and he's gonna disagree with me. If somebody pushes you and you take a step back, you might take a couple more steps back. It's not like you're gonna go after him. You're not gonna go retaliate. So why wouldn't you give a couple more steps and be dramatic about it?
Who wouldn't go retaliate?
You,
me.
You are not going to retaliate.
First of all, you're not going to pay the money. You're not going to pay the money. I didn't say retaliate. Retaliate is going back and punching them or pushing them. But I'm gonna go walk up in their face and let them have some words, and then the next play go and crack them legally.
That might be true, but we talking about flags.
We're not talking. You don't even do. Why you preaching this and it's not even what you do?
Listen,
you this is the farthest from what you do.
I've never in football. They always penalize who?
The second person.
The second person. So you're not going to be the person to retaliate.
Listen, I tell you this: middle school basketball. My coach in middle school played for the University of Kentucky, Coach Flynn. Mm-hmm. So we pressed it, all that stuff. He taught us how to take charges. I'm 240 pounds in middle school.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would flop because that's the only way I would get a charge call.
Right. Yeah,
I literally had a referee tell me, all you got to do is fall and I'll give you the call. But you standing there and guys bouncing off of you, I'm not going to call an offensive foul on them.
But see, maybe my idea of flopping isn't just based on charges and blocks. My idea of flopping is just the excessive exaggeration. LeBron goes down the lane and he takes his headband off like he got hit in the face. Right. I mean, and meanwhile the team's going back up on fast break.
He might have got hit. It's kind of like this.
Play ball.
That stuff is so weak, man. This is so dramatic.
When you playing a pickup game, wherever you playing
ball, man,
and you in the post and you get fouled, and we all know when you get out of whack because a dude done hit you and you trying to get the shot off.
But is it every play? Every play
on
he's
TV,
doing that,
it looks silly though. So if we were sitting there watching our pickup games, we would look just as silly as these guys because you are getting fouled.
Man, when I play pickup, thank you.
Through them.
When I play pickup,
you've been poked in the eye before. You've been poked in the eye before. What do you do when you poke in the eye?
It's a mentality, man.
Listen, this is what I have an issue with.
If you poke me in my eye, I'm dropping the ball.
This is what I have an issue with. LeBron to come down.
If I hit your hand on a jump shot and you miss it, you gonna say foul.
LeBron to come down, come to the hole.
Ain't win a shot.
Come to the hole. Somebody try to block him. He might get hit on his arm and then jam on him. He running down. He ain't worried about fouling or nothing. So it's but if he go up and he get hit and he land and miss it, he like, I mean, you got to have some consistency. Either you going to be a bulldog or you going to be a pussycat.
Well, you know how I feel about bulldogs.
Just make up your mind, man.
Bulldogs.
Just make up your mind, man. Just just be consistent. That's all I want.
Well,
be consistent.
I'm not saying that. Listen.
I don't like it.
I'm cut from the same.
I don't like it. That's why they're not gonna win, because their leader is soft. That's what it is. The leader is soft. You got to come down and play. This is championship basketball.
He's not their leader.
Play hard.
He's not their leader.
Yeah, he is. No. This ain't D-Wade team no more. This is LeBron James basketball team.
On the team?
LeBron is. That doesn't mean that's their team, though.
Is he the MVP this year?
Yes.
This is his team.
That's not true.
D-Wade has deferred to make it this guy's team. He still couldn't take advantage of it.
No.
This is his team.
No.
Whose team is it?
It's D-Wade's team.
No.
He has a championship with that organization.
That doesn't mean it's his team.
Don't matter.
Okay, so
who's the best player on their team?
LeBron James.
So
that doesn't mean that you are the leader of the team just because you're the best player.
Name one team.
You don't know. Let me ask you this.
Name one team in the NBA.
Who's the leader on OKC?
Kevin Durant.
You're not gonna say Derek Fisher and the leader on that team?
No.
Why not?
No. Derek Fisher has NBA championship experience.
Or Kendrick Perkins. You don't know in the locker room. You do not. We assume because that's the best player that's the leader. But you don't know what happens in practice. You don't know what happens in the huddles.
I agree with you. But normally by default,
you agree with me, but you don't understand.
No. You know what? Maybe I don't, because I'm gonna say this. Normally by default, the best player on a team.
That's modern day. That's modern day.
That's what we talking about.
No. Yeah, I mean, but in ours, we have so many guys can be so many different leaders. So
who's the leader on the Wizards? I'm just asking.
We don't know.
We don't know. John Wall might be the best player, but he's not the leader.
Right. We all
agree.
Andre Block said he was the leader and the captain. I was there.
Buffoonery.
I mean,
that's all I can say.
This is your leader and your captain.
Your leader and your captain gonna be gone too.
Hey, he's great.
But what I'm saying is, we all agree the Wizards don't have a leader right now.
We don't know that. What about Mason?
Yep.
Everybody, I don't know him personally.
He's
everybody
a great cat. I mean,
but he might be the leader of that team.
Right.
But to me, I also think you guys know this. You want your leader to also be somebody who you see getting it done too.
True, but to an extent.
See, you can blessed with talent,
right?
Oh, every
player,
every player in any pro sport has talent.
Yeah, everybody has talent, but some guys have exceptional talent.
Yeah, but
you have to be careful about following guys just because they had the biggest contract.
Who's the leader of the Celtics?
KG.
Kevin Garnett.
You don't think it's Paul Pierce?
No. The heart
I
and soul of the
KG.
I will agree because
you just realized that was a bad analogy.
No. Garnett's the leader because he's more what? He's more vocal.
That doesn't mean you're a leader because you're vocal.
No, but I think Kevin Garnett cherishes that. He brings that. He puts pressure on himself.
No, that's who he is. He's just being who he is.
But see, this is where we're going with LeBron, though, and D Wade. I would be willing to tell you today that D Wade doesn't want any more pressure on him than LeBron has on him. I truly believe.
Well, but okay, so
I think LeBron. People want LeBron to be the leader.
He can't,
but he don't want to be.
Listen.
He's not
a leader.
They blame LeBron. LeBron scored over 30 points. D Wade scored 5 points. They blame LeBron.
No, I didn't blame LeBron. I said D Wade has been struggling in this.
I understand that, but if LeBron would have scored 5 points and had that same performance,
they'd have killed him.
It would have been over.
Yeah, they'd have ran him out of time.
Well, that's because he's the self-proclaimed king. I mean,
he didn't. We all gave him that.
No.
You wear his shorts.
I don't have his shorts.
Yes,
I don't have no LeBron shirt. I make a point not to
now you do.
Witness. No. I've always made a point to not wear any LeBron stuff or no witness stuff.
You go back to LeBron at St. Vincent's Academy in Ohio. That joker had chosen one on his sneakers on a game when he was in high school.
Who was giving him his shoes?
No, you said we made him that way.
He did it. He embraced it. You can prove that.
You would too.
You can embrace it.
You would too.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. Not if it's not up to you. Not if you ain't up to that challenge.
That's not my personality. I would not come out and be self-grandizing. This is me. I'm the chosen one. Chosen for what? To lose series and not take shots?
Listen, like I said before, so if he plays another 10 years and wins 4 rings, all this would be forgotten.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would be.
I don't think so.
Yes, it would be.
I don't think so.
Yes, it would be.
Winning is
a cure for all.
Right. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this guy is there are going to be people, I assure you this. I don't care if he goes on and wins 5 in a row. There are going to be people that are going to say it took him long enough. Oh, he had to do this. He had to leave Cleveland. He had to leave Cleveland to get it.
Listen, that's what we're going to say. Mm-hmm. But the kids, the next 10, 15 years is going to be in the media.
No, they're going to think he's
they're going to think he's the best thing ever. Then when we watch 30 for 30, 30 years from now, they be like, man, he struggled.
He struggled for
he had some hard times, just like what's some other Tom Landry.
He went through struggle.
He had some awful seasons with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he did.
You don't remember that though.
Joe Gibbs had an awful season his rookie year.
Exactly.
I mean, but this the thing. Again, last time I looked, Tom Landry was an innovator, but he wasn't pulling everything his way.
That's the way you look at it. But it's a different world. It's a different world now. The point of the matter is let's wait till he's finished to say all these things.
I'm gonna tell you what.
All I can do
is to finish happening
tonight. Listen. We'll see. I'm hoping that he grows up because it's great for basketball.
You like the Heat, don't you?
No, not really. But I don't like people just to pile on either.
Oh, I'm not piling on LeBron. LeBron is a heck of a basketball player. He's a great basketball player. But
just has some shortcomings.
But to me, to be in that elite status all time, I don't care about what your skill set is.
You can't say he's an all time elite at this point in his career.
That's what he's
saying. What I'm saying is the body of work is that people assume that he should be put in that category of the Jordans and the Kobes.
Who said that though? I don't think anybody. Talent wise, not in basketball historian.
Right.
When you talk about the NBA today, there are people that bring LeBron up before they would Kobe, and that's a mistake. But what I'm saying is, because LeBron is everywhere, he's on billboards.
Right, he's international. He's global.
Everywhere. But you would think that man has a championship to his name.
Not really, because he's had that since he's come out of the league. He's had billboards.
And who embraced it, though?
We all did. We all did.
He embraced it first.
You don't know that. We honestly don't know that. We don't know what he was like. He had a marketing team say, "This is what we're gonna do,"
and he said, "Okay."
He's looking at the bottom line of this is how much I'm gonna make off of this. Okay. You would have did it too.
Hey, Kedric, if I tell you right now, looking at camera and tell the Redskins fans you don't care about them, you just play football, you're not gonna do that.
That's not because that's not. Why would I do that?
Why would LeBron go on national TV and spurn a small town that's already got a complex about it?
Listen, I'll say this.
Why would he do that?
I still don't have a problem with what he did because a lot the Boys and Girls Clubs got a lot of money for that. Not to mention how many players has that organization cut that was from Cleveland or Ohio. Nobody talks about that. He had a decision. People don't like it because he made the decision the way that he wanted to do it, not the way that it has been done.
What did Kevin Durant do? And I know you just said you can't. He did what he had to do. Kevin Durant faxed over his signed signature for his extension in Oklahoma City
because he knew he wanted to be there.
No fanfare. He just want to play basketball and win championships.
That's fine, but you can't say. I mean, some people are flashier than others.
And when you flashier, you should be
get more criticized.
You should be exactly.
You'll get more criticized.
If you a TO. Yeah. I don't want to see you on there talking about you broke.
Right.
I don't care about that. That's your fault. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you now?
Nah, that's something a little bit different.
Yeah, but
because money don't necessarily make sure that you a good person and is good all the way through. And I'm talking about like not good like he's a cool dude, but as far as mentally,
no, it might be and
having
the nicest
issues.
guy in the world.
Right.
But my point is, sometimes you don't need to be in the camera. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, but you talking about a guy with his tools coming out of high school.
Kobe had those tools.
No, not like LeBron. Kobe sat on the bench his first year.
Kobe went to a team that was not in a lottery situation. LeBron totally different.
Nevertheless, though, LeBron played good basketball his first year. He was doing things like, man, because we all thought, okay, it's a young kid.
I understand.
I didn't think he was going to come into the league and do what he did.
I understand. He
did
work immediately.
Exactly.
First game against Phoenix,
and you can't sit up there and say that back then you wouldn't have thought he wouldn't have had 2 or 3 rings by now.
I think he would have had one if he stayed in Cleveland.
But that's easy to say, though. Because
they were on that path.
The same people said that Cleveland's not going to be able to get the talent around him that he needs.
But if you already planned for a championship and you had the best record in the league regular season 2 years in a row,
so did the Suns.
But the
Phoenix Suns did. They were the best thing you wanted to watch on TV. But when it came playoffs, they couldn't.
They
win.
weren't physical.
We know that, but you're saying they couldn't added a piece.
Listen, nobody got on Ray Allen for leaving. Nobody got on Kevin Garnett.
It was at the end of their careers.
That's been what, 6 years ago?
Yeah, they weren't in their prime anymore.
6 years ago.
They weren't in their prime though.
They exceptionally older guys.
Those guys been playing for a long time.
I understand.
A long time.
Kevin Garnett's 37.
Right.
So what are you going to say about Dwight Howard when he goes to play with Williams in New Jersey?
He's not going.
How do you know?
He still got another year in his deal.
He missed his opportunity to do that this year. He voided it. He can't go.
Okay, but when he does go,
and Darren Williams not going to be in New Jersey next year.
Wherever they are, you think this is the last time that something like this is going to happen, where players get together, superstar players get together to win a championship?
I think it's a new type of game, and guys want to play with friends, and you can't. That's their decision. They just playing the game.
They're doing what they feel is best for them.
They're doing what they feel
is best for them. Whereas before, they've been told what to do.
Listen, man. I don't hate LeBron gave up money to go to Miami. Let's make sure that's clear.
Right.
He could have signed the maximum franchise and he gave up $30+ million to go to
make
Miami.
That. I mean, he made that somewhere else.
But it's still $30 million you giving up. Regardless,
it's $30 million.
But in Cleveland's market, if he go to Miami,
not necessarily because he got that back because no state income tax.
Right, he get it back. It's not. We know. Right, he made that calculation off.
He didn't say.
But listen, the fact of the matter is he probably already had a Florida residence that he wasn't getting taxed down there anyway.
Listen, the bottom line is he thought I win championships in this market, I'm gonna make that $30 million up anyway.
Listen, I would have loved to have seen him stay in Cleveland.
I think honestly, everybody would have.
But at the same token, I'm not gonna attack him for what he did on the decision.
Let's. I know
because we've all done things in the past where we've had great intentions,
right?
Especially dealing with our wives. Dealing with our wives. We've done.
You already got us out there.
Dealing with things like that, you might do something with the kindness of heart, thinking this is going to be excellent, and for whatever reason, it blows up in your face, and you like, what?
Right.
Now you learn from it. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You learn from it, and you like, well, I'm not going to do that again. I see where I went wrong, but the intent was there. It was all in good spirits, is what I'm saying.
All right, but let me say this. This is the thing that I think people are going to say starting to happen here, especially with OKC in the championship. Small market, superstar player,
right?
And he got him there. And he got him there to the point where there's fans around the country now. That was the number 3 merchandise seller in the NBA this year, Oklahoma City.
Well, who buys jerseys? Kids buy jerseys.
Kids buy jerseys, well, their favorite players. What I'm saying is you can market the heck out of Kevin Durant because he's a big city kid in a small market, and he's a great kid on top of that.
Right. Nobody's saying winner. But LeBron James, so we saying LeBron James now is a bad kid?
No. But what I'm saying is LeBron James took a
he's more kid. KD is more likable.
Yeah. LeBron took a
not
big
he might be more working man acceptable.
Right. No, I'm just saying personality-wise, he doesn't have that demeanor of he knows I'm the man. That's LeBron
right.
all day.
I mean, I don't know LeBron personally. He's probably a great dude, but just based on what I've heard, because I had my godbrother.
I've had some people tell me.
My godbrother's older brother played with him on his AAU team, and my godmother, Andrea, knows him really well, and used to watch him, just know him as a kid, and getting all that hype around him. This how he came off just to her. So I know how that was probably, everybody probably felt that same way. He probably ain't changed because he ain't had no reason to change.
He probably like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a guy that might be the nicest guy in the world if you truly know him.
Right.
But the point is, child prodigies normally aren't the
Tiger Woods wasn't a child prodigy, though, when he went to Stanford to play golf.
Bro, Tiger Woods was on.
Tiger Woods was
on Johnny Carson at 4 years old.
I understand that, but he wasn't like that though. He was still a shell. He was still, people talk about him being nerdy and to himself. That's 2 different ends of the spectrum.
Well, no.
But why did he go to Stanford though? Don't tell me academics first. He went because they gave him a golf scholarship.
Well, he was supposed to. Why did I go to Georgia? Because they gave me a football scholarship.
What I'm saying is, make no mistake about it. Tiger was brought to Stanford to be probably a savior for a golf program.
That's true. That's probably true. Not to mention he got a great education while he was there.
We know that.
But it's easy to now look back and say,
he was a child prodigy though? Of course he was.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
Yeah, but so you saying he walked around with the arrogance of how people say LeBron walks around now?
No. What I'm saying is he walked around with an arrogance that was given to him.
Well, it's a little different too, because golf and hoop, it's more individualized. It's a little bit different as far as the popularity. But once Tiger got that money and started balling out, I mean, he probably came out of his shell and became who he really was, or who
he started hanging out with Jordan and Barkley,
who he wanted to be. Yeah, it's probably was always there.
Yeah,
and once he had the opportunity, he came out. LeBron just had the opportunity a little bit earlier because basketball is a more predominant sport. Ladies and people tend to look to that a little bit more. You're a little bit more glamorized, and so LeBron's personality came out a little bit earlier.
I'm gonna tell you what LeBron's problem is, in my opinion. I think that LeBron's problem is every generation in sports, especially in the NBA, you have to go through that guy to get to where you want to be.
Right.
Jordan had to deal with Magic. Magic and Bird dealt with each other. You had that progression. Kobe came in the league. They were always trying to pit him up against Jordan in the first couple All-Star games, even though we knew Jordan was at the end of the road.
Right.
But Jordan pulled him to the side and mentored him. Like, this is how you can do this. This is how you can do that. I don't think LeBron's ever received that from Kobe. True. I don't think he's ever received that from Kobe. Maybe Kobe's talked to him and things, but I'm saying I don't think LeBron has had that guy mentor him on basically just be yourself and don't be arrogant. Be humble about your success. That's the problem with LeBron. I don't think people.
I can agree. I don't
see that humbleness with his success.
I can agree with that, but you're talking about somebody Jordan taking Kobe and saying, listen, this is how you work through these things. Now, we all can think back to the All-Star game when Kobe got on to LeBron for not taking that shot. Remember that when he was like, "Man, what are you doing? Take the shot. You open, take the shot."
You get that's mentoring,
right? But
that's mentoring.
That's what I'm saying.
And he didn't listen, obviously, because he ain't doing it in Miami.
Listen, he's gonna grow up tonight, I believe. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't.
Hey man, I got my apology today, so I'm good.
Whatever, man. We listen.
So who you going with? Who you think is going to end up winning this series? Miami or Boston?
I'm taking Miami.
Who you rolling with?
Of course, y'all know who I'm going with.
Me and you with Boston.
We going with Boston.
All right, me and Lake with Boston. OKC, Boston. That's what it's gonna be.
We're gonna put the poll up on the site.
Yeah,
poll.
Yeah, check it out. SportsJourney.com.
Capital Punishment poll with these two guys, Lorenzo and Kedric. Let us know who you think's gonna win this thing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, we'll see.
Who you got in Boston, Oklahoma City?
I'm going to OKC with that one.
Yeah, so we got
Yeah.
Listen,
you probably going to go with the old.
I'm taking Boston.
How you going to go Boston when you got Miami?
Because I got to pick somebody if Miami ain't in there, right?
He don't like
OKC. We got a show to do.
You don't like OKC.
I like Perkins. You got to think. I like Perkins.
Just Perkins.
But you don't like the team, though, do you?
Huh?
You're not embracing that, are you?
Man, they got this.
I remember a couple years ago, people wasn't that high on Westbrook.
We ain't talking about a couple years. We talking about right now.
I live, man. You know me, man. I ain't in the here now, man.
That's where you need to be. That's what have you done for me lately. But anyway,
get that.
Great show. Appreciate you fellas coming out always. Putting in a good word. Appreciate you fans, Redskins Nation, everything that you do for us. Make sure you continue to watch us here on SportsJourney.com. Sports Journey Broadcasting. Remember, you can follow us at One Man Gang 97 at Golston 64. He got to get his thing.
Well, let me just say something. Where I got hacked,
but he gonna put it back together. So don't worry about it.
I apologize if you got any rumors. Any rumor messages?
Right. At Sports Journey, get with us every Thursday 7 to 9. We're gonna probably be moving it to Tuesday here soon to get ready for the season and stuff. So, but check us out. We out. Capital Punishment.
Sports Journey.
Sports Journey Network.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to get my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees. Now I'm getting my degree in liberal arts. But you could get yours in business, in nursing, even a degree in technology. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now to 41educationmatching.com. That's 41educationmatching.com.
Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour. The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Long, lean, tight, beautiful. Imagine having a sexy, slender, awesome body, but without ever having to do another boring, tedious workout again. Introducing Flirty Girl Fitness, the hot new body makeover system that takes the world's sexiest dance moves from music videos, club dancing, even exotic dancing, and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines that anyone can do. With guaranteed results that are so phenomenal, you'll lose up to 2 pant sizes and an amazing 3 inches around your waist in just the first 10 days.
I lost 25 inches, 2 feet, all around my body. I've lost 30 pounds and 44 inches. I've never had this much success with any other thing that I've tried.
The secret is the flirtatiously fun dance progressions designed to flatten your abs, thin your hips and thighs, plus lift and firm your booty. All while you're just having fun moving and dancing to the music.
It is just a blast. You're having a great time. You don't even know you're working out. It is just so much fun.
And now, for only $19.99, you can have the hot new Flirty Girl Fitness DVD, Booty Beat, featuring super sexy fat-burning routines from your favorite music videos.
You're doing this dance and you're feeling so sexy while you're doing it, and your body just changes.
But it gets even better. Call now, and you can have this amazing DVD for only $9.99. Plus, we'll also include a free bonus DVD, the flirtatiously fun chair dance. Altogether, this is a $40 value, yours right now for only $9.99. Plus, ask your operator how you can try the Flirty Girl Fitness Pole in your own home for only $1.
It's fun and you get results. But it's better than that.
So don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-691-5304. That's 1-800-691-5304. Call now.